Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk English with Emma and Noah. I am Emma.
And I am Noah. Hi, friends. Welcome to day 4 of our daily series.
We've talked about routines, mornings, and family so far.
Yes, and today we will talk about something fun.
Hobbies.
Yes, my favorite kind of topic.
Mine too. Everyone has something they enjoy doing in their free time.
True, so today we will learn how to talk about hobbies in simple English.
Let's start with a simple question. Noah, what do you like to do in your free time?
I'm really into photography.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm into is such a useful phrase.
Yes, it means you really enjoy something or you're interested in it.
Right. For example, I'm into music or I'm into cooking.
Exactly. What are you into, Emma?
I'm into reading. I love getting lost in a good book.
That sounds peaceful. What kind of books do you read?
Mostly fiction, especially mystery novels.
Oh, mysteries are exciting. Do you guess the ending often?
Sometimes, but I love being surprised too.
That makes sense. Reading really takes you to another world.
It really does. So tell me more about your photography. How did you start?
My uncle gave me an old camera a few years ago.
That's a sweet way to start a hobby.
It really was. At first, I just took random pictures of anything.
That's how most hobbies begin, I think.
True, but slowly I got hooked on it.
Got hooked on is a great phrase. It means becoming very interested in something, almost addicted to it.
Right, for example, I got hooked on painting last year.
Or she got hooked on baking during the holidays.
Perfect examples. Now I take photos almost every weekend.
That's wonderful. What do you usually take photos of?
Mostly nature. Trees, skies, small details people don't usually notice.
That sounds beautiful. Photography really teaches you to see the world differently.
It really does. Small things suddenly become interesting.
I love that. Now, let's talk about other hobbies too. Do you have any other interests?
Yes, actually. I also enjoy cooking, especially trying new recipes.
Oh, that's nice. Are you good at it?
I'm improving slowly. Some dishes turn out great, others not so much.
That's part of learning, I think.
True. Cooking definitely takes practice. What about you? Any other hobbies besides reading?
Yes, actually. I also enjoy painting, mostly watercolors.
Oh, that's lovely. When did you start?
A few years ago, I picked up the hobby during a difficult time, actually.
Picked up a hobby is a nice phrase. It means starting a new hobby.
Right. For example, I picked up painting during the pandemic.
Or he picked up gardening after he retired.
Great examples. Painting really helped me relax during that time.
That's beautiful. Hobbies can be very healing sometimes.
They really can. It gave me something calm to focus on.
I completely understand that. My photography helps me feel calm too.
That's the beauty of hobbies. They give us a break from everything else.
Exactly. Now let's talk about hobbies that involve other people too.
Oh, like sports?
Yes, exactly. Do you play any sports, Emma?
I play badminton sometimes with my friends.
That sounds fun. How often do you play?
Maybe once or twice a month, not very often, honestly.
That's still nice. Sports hobbies are great for staying active.
True. What about you? Any sports hobbies?
I enjoy playing football with my friends on weekends.
That sounds like a great way to relax and stay fit.
It really is. Plus, it's nice spending time with friends.
That's true. Hobbies often bring people together.
Exactly. Even hobbies that seem individual, like reading or painting, can become social.
How so?
Well, you can join a book club or share your paintings online.
That's a good point. I actually joined a small book club last year.
Oh, that's wonderful. What do you do in the club?
We read one book a month, then meet to discuss it.
That sounds like a fun way to make reading more social.
It really is. I've met some great friends through it.
That's amazing. Hobbies really can open doors to new friendships.
They really can. Before we continue, if you are enjoying this episode, please like this video and subscribe to Talk English with Emma and Noah.
Yes, and remember, this is a daily series, so there's a new episode every single day this month.
Exactly. Now let's talk about hobbies from childhood. Did you have any hobbies as a kid?
Oh yes, I used to collect small toy cars.
That's a classic childhood hobby.
It really was. I had a huge collection at one point.
Do you still have them?
A few, yes, mostly in a box somewhere at my parents' house.
That's sweet. What about you? Any childhood hobbies?
I used to draw a lot as a child. Simple drawings, but I loved it.
That's lovely. Maybe that's where your painting hobby started.
Actually, you're right. I never thought about that connection before.
Sometimes our childhood hobbies quietly shape our adult interests.
That's such an interesting thought. Hobbies really do evolve over time.
True. Some disappear, but some slowly grow into something bigger.
True. Do you think it's important for people to have hobbies?
Definitely. Hobbies give balance to our lives, especially busy ones.
I completely agree. Work and responsibilities can feel heavy sometimes.
True. And hobbies give us something light and enjoyable.
Exactly. Even just 30 minutes a day can make a big difference.
That's so true. You don't need hours, just consistency.
Right. Even small hobby time helps you unwind.
Unwind is such a useful word here, too. It means to relax after stress or busy time.
Yes, you can say, I unwind by reading before bed.
Or photography helps me unwind after work.
Beautiful examples. Noah, what about people who feel too busy for hobbies?
Oh, that's such a common problem. Many people say, I don't have time.
True. Life can feel very full sometimes, especially with work and family.
Right. But I think hobbies don't always need a lot of time.
That's a good point. Even 10 or 15 minutes can count.
Exactly. For example, listening to music while doing chores still counts as enjoying a hobby.
True. Or reading a few pages before sleeping instead of a whole chapter.
Right. Small moments add up over time.
I think the key is making space, even a tiny bit, for something you enjoy.
Completely agree. Otherwise, days can pass by feeling only busy, never joyful.
That's such an important reminder. Joy matters just as much as productivity.
Speaking of hobbies, do you prefer indoor or outdoor hobbies, Emma?
Good question. I think I lean more towards indoor hobbies.
Like painting and reading?
Exactly. I enjoy quiet, cozy activities. I'm more of an outdoor person, I think. Photography gets me outside a lot.
That makes sense. Fresh air and movement probably help your creativity too.
It really does. Being outside clears my head.
That's lovely. Do you think one type is better than the other?
Not really. I think it depends on what each person needs.
True. Some people need calm and quiet, others need fresh air and energy.
Exactly. Both can be equally relaxing, just in different ways.
That's a nice way to look at it. Maybe a mix of both is even better.
I agree. A balance between indoor and outdoor hobbies sounds ideal. Emma, do you ever lose motivation for your hobbies?
Oh, all the time, honestly. Some weeks I don't even paint at all.
That happens to me too with photography. Sometimes the camera just stays in the back.
It's funny how motivation comes and goes, even with things we love.
True. I think that's completely normal though.
I agree. The important thing is coming back to it, even after a break.
Exactly. A hobby doesn't disappear just because you paused for a while.
That's a comforting thought. No guilt needed, just a gentle return.
Beautifully said. I think hobbies should feel like a friend, not a responsibility.
I love that comparison. The friend you return to whenever you're ready.
Beautifully said. Now let's talk about trying new hobbies.
Oh, this is fun. Noah, have you ever wanted to take up a new hobby?
Take up a hobby means starting something new, right?
Exactly. Similar to picked up, but it can also describe trying something completely fresh.
I see. Yes, actually, I've always wanted to take up playing the guitar.
Oh, that's exciting. Have you tried at all?
A little, but I never stayed consistent.
Maybe this year could be the year you finally take it up properly.
Maybe. With enough practice, who knows? What about you? Any hobby you want to take up?
Actually, I've wanted to take up pottery for a while.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Why pottery?
I love how calming it looks, working with your hands, shaping something slowly.
That does sound peaceful. You should try it.
Maybe I will, finally. New hobbies are always worth trying, even if we're beginners.
Completely agree. Beginners eventually become experienced with enough patience.
That's the spirit. Noah, do you think hobbies can sometimes turn into something bigger, like work?
Oh, definitely. I actually know someone who turned their baking hobby into a small business.
That's amazing. How did that happen?
She started baking for friends and family, then people started asking to buy her cakes.
That's a beautiful story. Slowly, her hobby became her career.
Exactly. What about you? Have you ever thought about turning a hobby into something more?
Actually, yes. Sometimes I imagine selling small paintings online.
That sounds wonderful. You should definitely consider it.
Maybe one day. For now, I enjoy keeping it simple and personal.
That's completely fine too. Not every hobby needs to become work.
True. Sometimes a hobby is special because we enjoy it, nothing more needed.
That's such a good point. The moment something becomes work, it can feel different.
Exactly. I think hobbies are valuable simply because we enjoy them, nothing more needed.
Beautifully said. Emma, if someone watching wants to start a brand new hobby today, what advice would you give them?
That's a great question. I would say start small and don't worry about being perfect.
I love that advice. Many people give up too quickly because they expect to be good immediately.
Exactly. When I started painting, my first pictures were honestly not very good.
I think that's true for most beginners, including me with photography.
But that's completely okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's enjoyment.
Such an important reminder. What else would you suggest?
I would also say don't compare yourself to others online.
That's so true. Social media can make hobbies feel like competitions sometimes.
Exactly. Your hobby is yours. It doesn't need to impress anyone else.
Beautifully said. I'd add one more thing. Just start, even imperfectly.
Yes, many people wait for the right moment, but that moment rarely comes perfectly.
True. Sometimes you just need to pick up the camera, the brush, or the guitar and begin.
Exactly. Action always teaches more than waiting. Okay, now let's move to our special vocabulary section.
Yes, it is time for the word garden.
This is where we slowly practice today's most useful phrases.
Let's start with our first phrase, I'm into.
I'm into.
I'm into.
This means you really enjoy something or you're interested in it.
For example, I'm into music.
Or she's into hiking these days.
Great. Our next phrase is got hooked on.
Got hooked on.
Got hooked on.
This means becoming very interested in something.
For example, I got hooked on painting last year.
Or he got hooked on chess after one game.
Perfect. Our third phrase is picked up.
Picked up.
Picked up.
This means starting a new hobby.
For example, I picked up photography a few years ago.
Or she picked up knitting during winter.
Excellent. Our fourth phrase is take up.
Take up.
Take up.
This also means starting something new, often a hobby or activity.
For example, I want to take up swimming this year.
Or he took up gardening after moving to a new house.
Wonderful. Our next phrase is unwind.
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 This means to relax after stress or busy time.
For example, I unwind by drawing in the evening.
Or music helps me unwind after work.
Lovely. Our final phrase today is in my free time.
In my free time.
In my free time.
This describes what you do when you're not working or studying.
For example, in my free time, I like to read.
Or what do you do in your free time?
Now let's put all these phrases into one full hobby story.
Listen first. In my free time, I'm into painting. I picked it up a few years ago and I quickly got hooked on it. I also want to take up pottery soon because it helps me unwind.
Beautifully done. Let's say it slowly together.
In my free time, I'm into painting.
In my free time.
I picked it up a few years ago.
And I quickly got hooked on it
I also want to take up pottery soon.
because it helps me unwind. Wonderful practice, everyone.
Now it's your turn. Try describing your own hobbies using today's phrases.
You can write about your hobbies in the comments below.
For example, start with, in my free time, I'm into, and continue from there.
There is no wrong answer. Just try and your English will improve.
That is the real secret. Practice a little every single day.
I completely agree. Now, before we finish, let's review today's key phrases.
I'm into.
I got hooked on.
Picked up.
Take up.
Unwind.
In my free time.
These 6 phrases can help you talk about almost any hobby.
True. And remember, it's never too late to try something new.
So friends, tell us in the comments, what hobby are you into right now?
Keep your answers simple. Practice is more important than perfection.
If this episode helped you, please like this video.
And subscribe to Talk English with Emma and Noah because tomorrow brings day 5 of our series.
Yes, many more episodes are coming every single day.
So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications.
Today's conversation made me want to pick up my paintbrush again, Noah.
Same here. Maybe it's time for both of us to revisit our hobbies.
Definitely. Thank you everyone for listening and learning with us today.
Keep speaking a little English every single day.
See you tomorrow for day 5 of our series.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye!